Hello, Jake, Maya, and Bonnie. There are no
Hello.
last names, so I don't know what they are. But why don't you guys tell everyone what your last names are?
Sure. I am Jake Skrok. I was the writer and director of What I Need.
I'm Maya Nalli. I was one of the lead actors.
Hi, my name is Bonnie Jean Tyre, and I am one of the actors.
Well, welcome, you guys. First
Thank you.
time at First Glance?
It is, yes.
First time for everything. Congratulations on your film. What's the film about? Ah, is it unrequited love? Is it about playing small to please others? How would you tell people about your film? Because I do think there's
Yeah.
so many themes in this film. So how would you describe it?
For me, I wrote it from the place of kind of like that missed connection and love that was lost, and the experience of trying to see if there's anything left there.
Oh,
And I think that's a very relatable
I
kind of thing.
wrote relatable in my notes.
For you guys, being
I think for my character of Heather specifically, it's really about living in your truth and your authentic self, and even if that means not being accepted by everyone and by the world. So that was a big theme for my character specifically.
Yeah, I got that too.
For Jean, it was more about attachment, clinging on
Mm.
to the what ifs and the what could have beens,
Oh,
so much that you really can't move on.
didn't
Uh,
I?
yeah, I definitely lived in that space most of it.
But I love the way it was so clever the way the story unfolded because I really didn't see where it was going in the beginning, and then suddenly there's this reveal which I will not give away, but I was like, oh, what? And then it was just took me on this whole other journey. So I just thought that was beautifully done. How was the experience of filming? Did you guys know each other before? Did you come together for the
Sure.
experience? It felt like a very sort of, it felt like a lot of people have worked together a lot. I don't know, it just seemed very comfortable.
Well, I'm glad that's how it felt and came through. We found Maya, or I found Bonnie through a casting process with my very talented casting director, Liz Minders. And then through that, when I knew I kind of had who I wanted to be this lead, we tried to find somebody that would work really well with what Bonnie was bringing.
Can I stop you? I just am curious to know what you were looking like. What was important for you in the
Sure.
casting process?
Well, I think it's
for your lead.
almost for that. I when I originally wrote this, I wrote the lead as me. So
Oh,
I was looking for somebody that I
interesting.
saw that was
I
very,
see it.
but just having that same level of passion and having that
So
level,
passion was what you were looking
yeah,
for.
that and not being afraid to show and not being afraid
Mm.
to have that be what you're leading with, even if you keep getting hit
I think it's always interesting to know
Yeah.
what writers are looking for
Yeah.
in their vision.
Mhm.
So I totally see that. Good, well
Yeah.
done.
And then so through that, we tried to find somebody that just worked really well with her and had this authentic feeling. And I knew Maya, and I reached out to her and had them do a read together, and it was just like, hey, ready for the thing. So it just kind of
It
worked
did.
really well.
It definitely translated that way for sure. That's why I asked the question. I was like, do these guys know each other? Have they made a million films already? So that was
Yeah,
beautiful.
we only met at the table read, but it was kind of fun that we shot it in reverse, where some of the heavier stuff was the first night, and we really had to get to know each other and get
Quickly.
there was the comfortability, but there's also the tension.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we got to do some of the more playful things that showed the long-lasting relationship, we had already kind of built some of that the first night. So, but we definitely fell into comfortability with each other.
And how did you explore that? Because it's such a complex relationship. Did you have lots of conversations about it? Did you use it improvisation, or
I think
what was your approach?
I think we both did a lot of work on our own,
Mm-hmm.
and then when we came together, for me personally, I found like little things within her that felt familiar, and I really connected to those and latched onto those, and that's what did it for me. And we get along really well too.
Yeah, for me, it was knowing that I could feel safe with her. So that was immediate. I felt very, very safe with her, very comfy, and I think that was an important thing for Jean to feel with someone that she'd be this attached to.
Yeah.
And then it was luckily there's a space between them. They haven't seen each other in a minute, so going your separate ways and doing the homework and then bringing it back together was very nice because it was easy to kind of like play this game of hide and go seek in our acting, and it always just felt like play and connection, which is it's hard not to do a scene like this without that.
Yeah. Beautiful. And any plans for the film to be longer than short? Because I thought there was plenty of scope
Yeah,
for a feature there.
yeah. Actually, that's what I'm currently finishing up. The
Told
feature,
you.
the feature length
There you go. I
version
see
of.
it. I see it.
Well, because for me, again, I came to this as like a writing experiment where I really wanted the audience to be guessing the whole time.
Which is
the
completely the
relationship?
case. Totally.
Right. And so to that, I didn't want there to be any exposition. So I had to know the history of this couple and of this relationship as well as where it was going to go after this. So in writing that, I kind of wrote a one-sentence description of other large moments in actually Heather's life. Because in the short, Jean is the one that changes. She goes from trying to be there and then learning that's not the best case for her. But for the overall arc of the life, I thought Heather's journey was a lot more interesting and took a lot longer for her to kind of have this change in realization. So as I'm writing these kind of moments between them, I realized I was like, wow, each one of these could be its own little 10-minute short.
Totally.
So the plan is to essentially do that. Just write each one. There's about 10 or 12 and have it be a feature.
I love that. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Good luck.